I can't believe I'm gonna have this conversation.
If he don't win this year, he's a bum.
What?
Yo, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's true. It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. What's up, everybody?
Sir.
Screen it possible. We missed the NBA season. We still do.
Please
Episode 4 of the offseason. Please hurry up. These next 2 months are going to be long. We need some news, some real news. But sometimes you got to invent some news. So we're going to try that a little bit today. We're going to make some fake beefs in the NBA for this upcoming season. We're going to talk about Team USA and their, we'll call them struggles. We'll do a round of start, sit, cut, and then you know how we end every single show. We choose love. We choose violence. But let's get it started, fellas, with Team USA, the FIBA roster. That roster did a scrimmage with the USA Select Team, which is basically younger players. So the USA Select Team does have NBA players on it. It's mostly being led by Cade Cunningham and Chet Holmgren is kind of the bigger names on there. I'll flash up the roster for our FIBA team right here. So if you guys needed a little bit of a refresher, but the big names on there, we got, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Anthony Edwards, Halliburton, not exactly a who's who of NBA superstardom.
Or tier 2 of the NBA. That's fine.
Yeah, maybe even tier 3.
Yeah, a couple tier 3s on there. For sure.
But what I want to know from you guys, Devion, you can start. How worried are you after the news of this lost scrimmage game, I guess, to the select team? How worried are you about our chances to get gold?
I don't think I was ever worried about us winning. So shit.
We ain't winning. We are not winning.
It's like a high level AAU team. Well, can't really say that.
What do you mean? They got your boy Halliburton.
Yeah, that's my dog, but it ain't looking good for him. Just a bunch of players put together at this point. Cause I don't know, man.
Damn.
Like for real, bro. They talented players, but it's like they just like, all right, we're gonna make it work and just give like, what is it? 3, 1, 2, 3. Is it like 2 or 3 champion coaches like Lou, Steve Kerr, and Spo, and y'all just hope that they can just figure it out and get it together. It's like, bro, even they gotta do a whole season to figure it out. Boy, they don't got a chance.
Yes, they do. Don't do that, dog. Come on,
bro. Come on now.
We don't have the superstars that some of the other teams have, but we're going to be much more loaded from like.
It's going to be harder, but they got a chance.
They go. No, they don't. We just see that's the American pride. We be arrogant sometimes. We think because we got the best talent, we put them together. They gonna get it together. Nah, they gonna go against one of them teams like France that just gonna have it. They've been playing together since they was 6 years old. and they go lose for real. It's gonna be a close game, and they gonna lose and say, "Oh, well, we're gonna try again in 4 years." This is a try.
Are they gonna at least get on the podium?
No, they're not.
Are they gonna at least play in the bronze game?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm just look, unless they like that scrimmage.
Ain't no way,
I know
bro.
it's only 10 minutes. But I'm just like
2 10-minute halves.
Bro, let me say,
but I'm
dog.
just saying, like,
dog. Come on, Daniel. Hey, the Dream Team lost in a scrimmage too, so some college players. The Dream Team lost to a college team, bro. I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying. The first thing I would have did as soon as they struggled against that team, the first thing we doing, We not going to the showers. We going straight to film, and we watching the footage of the Dream Team lose to that college team and say, and then we're gonna show highlights of what the Dream Team did
They
when they
had
win.
Magic Johnson.
And that's what
There's
you
no
gotta
Magic
do.
Johnson.
I
They
get it,
have-
but you gotta
they
do
have
something.
Michael Jordan.
You gotta do something. You can't let them
Michael Jordan
think.
used to smoke
I understand
cigars
that.
and gamble before
But
games.
this team,
Still give you
this
50.
team can't
Ain't
go out
nobody
there.
out there got that.
This team can't
Like-
go out there thinking that they got it like that though, just because they the American team that they're gonna go out there and beat
But
everybody.
they think that.
So you gonna have to show them that
Clearly.
okay, the Dream Team lost too.
man.
You gonna have to start taking this serious because they lost to some college kids too, and they got mad and they went out there and destroyed the world.
How?
I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out a way to motivate them because obviously they not motivated.
In our lifetime, since we can remember, this is the
Bro.
weakest.
So wait,
USA
so you
team
telling
ever.
me so they struggled against that team? You tell me that they struggled
It's not that
because
they
they
struggled,
not
it's
good?
just like,
Are they
look
not
at
good, or did they struggle because
It's
they
not
thought they
about
was
being
too good
good.
and
You
they was
going
just
against-
half-assing it?
It's not about being good. You going against people who've been
Bro.
playing with each other.
That's what I'm saying,
damn
and
near
they
their
was
whole life.
and
then
they've been
you go against the
half-assing
best
it though.
talent from the NBA, like these Lucas, and now you putting them on that team that they already used to
All
playing
right,
with.
let's be real though. Like let's
No
look
way.
at Luca's
Man.
team. Outside
on,
of
bro.
Luca, there ain't nobody you're worried about on that team.
No.
Outside of Luca, the next
We
best
watch
player
Luka
in
do
that
this every
game
year
would
with the
all
Mavs.
be
We ain't worried about the Mavs none of these times. There ain't no notable players usually on the Mavs. Luka finds somewhere to get it done. Yeah, I'm just saying.
how well they get it done this year again.
Hey, this is not his fault. Mark Cuban, that's clearly his fault. He
Oh,
went on
bro.
record and said it. He said he was gonna tank. He said he not gonna try to play the game to get in the playoffs. He went on record saying they can't use that against him. I'm just saying these are
They
a
wouldn't
bunch
have
of
made it
talented
anyway.
players.
But if they would have won in the regular season better, they
This
wouldn't
is-
have been in a position for Mark Cuban to
this
do
is
that.
a talented
Right.
team with talented players that obviously ain't meshing well together. I'm not gonna go off just that. It's just look at the players, look at how they play. Just
I
look at
agree
the
with that
little
part. They're not
things.
gonna
Just-
fit. It's gonna be weird to fit.
It's just a fit. It's just not a good fit.
I
Like
agree
we
with that
go
part.
we go win games because we got talent, but all you
You
go
said if it's
against
close,
it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Against players
No way.
who don't got no egos. All they try to do is we just need to beat America. That's it. They just trying to beat America.
they definitely trying to do. That's all they care about. They don't care if they get
Come on,
gold or
like,
not medal.
hey,
They don't care if they get a
we
medal
were
or not.
confident before this team started. That's it. We just looking at who the future of the NBA is with some of these players. That's it. That's all we use it
Damn.
for.
Look, I
Come
think
on,
I
bro.
figured out the scrimmage thing. So you name the coaches that were there, Devion, and I think it's just clear. Spo coached the select team.
Wow.
That's all that happened. That's all that happened. Spo coached the select team, made the other NBA players uncomfortable.
Alright. Whatever
you know.
happened.
That's all that happened. But then when the real game starts, Spo's going to be on the good side. And Spo's going to have something for all those other countries out there. That's all that happened. That's the narrative that I'm running with. That's what I'm going to run with. I'm not that worried.
Now I hope they lose.
I'm more on Joe's side here. Like, this does not really concern me because, like Joe said, we've seen this happen before. It's scrimmages. You're trying things. You're trying to work on very specific things within those scrimmages. Not a good look. It's definitely not a good look. The thing that I'd be worried about with our USA team is just like, where are we going to get our scoring from? Like, we don't really have a bunch of bucket getters like we usually. Like, usually we've got 6 people that are just certified bucket getters, top, usually the top 6 in the world. That's not going to be this team. And my question for this, Joe, Devion, I kind of want you guys to take on this as well. Where the fuck is Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown? These guys, like, where are those guys? Devin Booker, even. Like, they are all still very young. Like LeBron, Kobe, all of them, they didn't give up on playing for Team USA this quickly into their career. Jason Tatum's like 24. Why are you not playing, bro?
Because I got $300 million in my pocket. Fuck them. That's why.
Hey, bro.
I'm worried about. I got $300 million in my pocket. I ain't doing shit else but playing basketball for the NBA.
Hey, bro.
That's why. Because you make a good point. I'm surprised they're not playing. I really don't know.
I'm not
It's
surprised.
not they're playing in the finals.
Like, yeah, they're not
They've
surprised.
had an off season.
I don't
They
think
need
they
the
think it's a
rest.
big.
That's what they're gonna say. They need the rest. They need to get ready for the
LeBron
season.
did it, bro. and he made it to the finals
Right.
10 years in
LeBron
a
was
row.
going to the NBA Finals every year for like 8 straight years, and he could still muster up.
And I'm glad y'all saying this, and this is the exact reason why I have no hope for him, because you don't got players like that on there. The dream team, the worst person over was like Chris.
The redemption team.
That's it. I'm just saying, go
You're
look
right.
at that 92 roster. Every last player on there is in the Hall of Fame. You don't got no
Except
player
for
like that on here. The worst player on there, and he
Is
probably
he not in the Hall of Fame?
Ball. I don't think he is.
No, I don't know. You know, college basketball.
He's not living off that. No, he's not living off that Duke run. No.
I hope not. I hope not. I don't know.
Hey, all I'm saying is, you don't got no players to come in, no player to come in here and save you. Like Halliburton, I love Halliburton, but at the end of the game, if it's 10 seconds left, he gonna shoot it from 40 feet, and he is, because he got that type of confidence. Now, if he gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying they scouting for maybe, in the future. It's like, okay, we can use him, put this around him.
Maybe Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges might be a guy that surprises us.
He probably gonna be the best player on that team.
He probably will be. You're right about that.
Like low key,
because I think Brunson. Well, actually, clutch time we can give the ball to Brunson.
Yeah,
Brunson. I'm done.
It's gonna be Brunson.
That's
the overall best player is probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be Bridges for sure.
Because defensively, he's gonna do everything. He gonna have
Yeah, he's trying to make a name for himself. That's what I'm saying. Like he think people playing on his name, so he gonna really go out there.
They've been playing on his name since he got in the league, though.
Yeah, but he ain't going for it now,
bro. Philly is so dumb. Never mind. I don't want to get started on some stupid.
You know what?
shit,
I like the way your head's going, though, Joe. So I got a new concept that we're gonna introduce to the show. Faux beef, right? So what I want to know from you guys is I want to see a beef.
Faux. It's not real.
Stop, man.
I see you finally got it to connect though right there. It's nice.
Watch your mouth. Okay. Starting all that over. Faux beef, we're going to go a beef that we want to see. It's not a real one. It doesn't actually exist in the NBA right now. But we're going to, we're going to invent one that we would like to see that we think would make the regular season more exciting. Now, just let it sit there for a second. Let it marinate. Get it? Okay. Never mind. Beef, marinate, whatever. But I want y'all to come up with the most intriguing one. This can be player to player, player to coach, coach to coach, team to team, media to player, whatever you guys want to go with it. Joe, you got we'll say a good imagination. Because that's where I feel like a lot of your takes have to be coming from sometimes. It's got to be imagination. It can't be what you fucking see. But I think you'll excel at this. So, Joe.
My neuron pathways are just a little more connected than yours. That's all. But anyway, mine is based off of a real beat that I personally have. Exactly. Yeah. That third eye open. He don't know nothing about that. That purple haze. He don't know nothing about that. Anthony Davis. I got beef with him personally. He just signed an extension, 3 years, $186 million. This man gonna be making almost $70 million a year. He's making $62 million a year. So I got beef with him because he ain't gonna show up and he ain't gonna play hard every night. So my faux beef is LeBron James and Anthony Davis beef. You're gonna see LeBron James eyeballing Anthony Davis all year long. He gonna be looking at him like, nigga, what is you doing? Don't go to the basket. Stop being soft. Oh, here he go. He grabbing his ankle again. Oh my God, here you go. I came back for another season for this bullshit. So that's my faux beef. LeBron versus Anthony Davis. I'm telling you, LeBron gonna be getting him side eyes all year long. You got your money. You supposed to be the number one option. Now show up for 82 games and be the number one option every night. Or if not, we ain't gonna win a championship. So I think there's gonna be a faux beef all year long. LeBron versus AD.
But it might end up being something real. That's funny.
That might come into it might come real for real, Joe. Devion, what you got?
So look, I'll pick one guy against 3 players. And I'll let y'all rank it how y'all want to do it, because I just think this dude is funny as fuck to me. I'll pick Stephen A. Smith beefing with Giannis.
Yes, I can see that.
I can't say it. I think he treat him like a guy, but I just want to see him start.
Wait, is that he got a contract? Is this his contract year?
Yeah, it should be.
I don't think so.
No, it
coming
should
up
be
for 3 years.
like 1 more year, 2 more years, 1 or 2 more years.
Keep going, Devion. All right. So Stephen A. versus Giannis is one.
My second one, I think he already don't like this dude, but I don't know. I want to see Stephen A. Smith and James Harden. I just want to see that.
Ooh.
And then the third one, not a player. I want to do the organization. Stephen A. Smith and just the 76ers. I just want to see him just shit on him the whole year. That's
Philly, where he got it started.
Yeah, I just want to see.
Oh,
hey, I don't know
yeah.
I want to see.
Because he usually get him love.
He do. So I want to. He like Embiid
good.
and all this shit. So I want to see if he
That's
gonna really.
good.
I just want to see him shit on him. Treat him like the Knicks, actually. Yeah, treat him like his beloved Knicks for like a whole year. And then they've been on Stephen A. Smith, about them pay. Like they thought he might be on the list to get fired from ESPN and shit. So I'm like, man, fuck it. If you gonna go out, if they gonna let you out, you know what I'm saying? Go out with a bang, baby. Like go out there, I just want to
shit on everybody.
Yeah, because I don't think it's gonna. I think the Philadelphia one is gonna be real, and James Harden, Giannis is just in my imagination. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
No
I
one's
think he
gonna
on
destroy
God
Giannis,
mode.
bro. Ain't nobody gonna destroy Giannis
I just want to see Giannis become a monster, start
until
talking
he leaves
shit.
Milwaukee.
Hey, we gonna see, man. But Stephen A. Smith and the 76ers, that's gonna be a topic. That's probably gonna end up being something real this year. We gonna see.
I like it. I like it. I like where your head at, Devion.
Hey, man.
All right. So mine requires a little work that has not quite happened yet, but I think we all kind of accept is going to happen. James Harden needs to be traded to the Clippers for this to happen. Perfect in my head.
I thought he was gonna say Miami.
So no.
Fuck no.
There's already enough. There's already enough.
Well, I thought it was gonna be a Dame Lillard Miami thing. You know how he do.
So Clippers get James Harden. So that would reunite Russ and Harden, and I want a beef with those two, and then KD in Phoenix. That's what I want. I want to see some real hate there. Some bickering about how it didn't work with KD and Harden in Phoenix. I want to hear KD call Harden a fat bitch once. And then I want James Harden to come back and say something like, I'm finally playing with the best superstar that I've ever played with. Blah blah. I want some good shit talking like that, because those matchups could be fucking legendary, especially if they met in the playoffs. Hey,
that might work, bro.
Popcorn.
That may be a real fight.
It might be real, because
ain't gonna be no fight.
Because you know how sensitive KD can get, right? Like one little comment that gets thrown out there, and they might be
all over Twitter
going on. James Harden could go on Paul George's podcast, get his shots off. KD could go on his own podcast, take his own shots. Oh yeah. I want to see that. That would make the regular season interesting.
Because Harden looked like he the reason why it broke up. Now it looked like he the reason why Brooklyn didn't work and they broke up eventually. Look like
it does.
Now.
I don't believe that for a second.
I do.
Do not put it on Dredd.
You already know it's on Kyrie.
No, it ain't. Hey, Kyrie. Hey, look, Kyrie ain't never had the type of drama that James Harden got, and he been trying to. I'm talking about as far as
are we
dismantling teams and shit. They not even.
He didn't dismantle Cleveland, and then Boston.
I don't think LeBron was gonna stand regardless.
I don't think LeBron was
stand there regardless. I think LeBron came there to win a ring. He proved his point. He was gonna leave. I don't think he was gonna retire.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he's just a scapegoat. Maybe a year early, I'll give you that. But James Harden, hey, he did about 17,000 times at this point. And ain't nothing wrong with this Philly team. There's nothing wrong with the Philly team.
All you besides James Harden.
There we go. Hey, and look, and Dallas probably gonna end up being a good fit for Kyrie. Watch, it'd be some shit like that where it end up being fine. But James Harden, he ain't gonna be happy. So
you're trying real hard today to act like the Dallas Mavericks season last year just did not happen, huh?
No, I ain't saying
Luka didn't miss the playoffs. Him and Kyrie together worked perfectly last year.
But I think they had it. I think they could have actually made it to the playoffs if the owner didn't.
But once you trade for Kyrie, you get a little pass.
One game, and then the way that the rest of the season went for the other teams that were involved, it wouldn't have mattered. They would have missed it anyways.
Hey, I'm just saying, we're going to see next year. I think they're going to be all right, but James Harden has no excuse.
I think they'll definitely be better, and I think Kyrie's gotten unfairly criticized for how Dallas didn't work out last year. But at the same time, they were not a great fit. I didn't understand the fit when the trade was being discussed. I still don't think it's
James Harden a great fit for every team he in and still can't win, and he leads the team.
James Harden's a bad fit no matter where he goes.
I'm just saying James Harden is a team destroyer. If they gonna say about Kyrie, I'm gonna say it about James Harden too, and he don't too. James Harden cold. He's just
Next topic. I'm not co-signing that part, but
he
is team record. I'll co-sign the team record part. But all right, I want to do a start sit cut, fellas. And so this start sit cut, I want to take a little bit of the current with Devin Booker, a Hall of Famer in Allen Iverson, and then a soon to be recently retired Hall of Famer Vince Carter. This one was tough to me. So the concept here, this is peak for peak, not judging the longevity of their careers, because obviously Devin Booker is still right in the middle of his. But peak for peak, Devin Booker, Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, certified bucket getters that did not quite get a ring or have not gotten one yet, but have been to the finals. Joe, you look like you got something to say.
Man, it's tough. I mean, off rip, I'm starting AI. Like, we can just skip right past that. That's obvious. But this is tough for me, man. Who I'm gonna sit? This is real tough because I had to look it up. And I'm looking at Devin Booker and Vince Carter. They both, in their best season, averaged 27 points a game. They both had 5 or 6 rebounds in their best season. Devin Booker did have more assists in his best season compared to Vince Carter. But Vince Carter is a better defensive player all throughout his career, and he was a better three-point shooter, in my opinion. So I'm going to have to sit, eventually. I'm going to have to sit Vince Carter mainly because I think he may not be a better scorer than Devin Booker, but defensively is the main reason I'm going to put him on there because I know he can get his bucket when he wanted to in his prime. And like you said, he had that ability to shoot when he lost that quick step to get to the rim. He was able to develop that three-point shot. So I'm going to sit Vince Carter. So I'm sorry, Devin Booker. I'm going to have to let you go. I mean, maybe you put 4 more years of what you're doing up, then you'll jump in front of Vince Carter for me. But like you said,
I said peak for peak.
Peak for peak so far, I'm taking Vince Carter over Devin Booker. I don't know if we had seen Devin Booker's peak yet.
Fair. Okay. Devion, what you got?
Same thing, honestly. AI, I don't think it's a clear cut. Like, I don't even think it's close with him. Vince Carter, I know he went to one championship.
They've all been to one.
Yeah, they've been to one. Vince Carter, I think he played. I'm not gonna say I can't say he played a bigger role. I don't like D Book. I like D Book, but it's just like
D Book didn't get there till Chris Paul got there.
Yeah, like if you even just look at the first 7, 8 seasons, hey, Vince Carter might not have scored as much as him, but he was a fucking problem. Like he could dunk on you. He played some defense. He could do everything, and his game developed like every year. Like when he had issues in certain parts of his game, it actually like developed. He became a 3-pointer at the end of his years. He was an old man. He was all shooting threes and out here wetting it. D Book is, I think we are watching him in his peak. I don't think it's gonna get no better than this. I think where he is
Devin
now,
Booker right now is a very, 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 very.
I think he's gonna be in his peak this season coming up. That's when he's gonna reach his full potential. Because we just saw it in the playoffs where he was consistency of being open with KD with him. I think that's just gonna take him to the next level having KD with him. Joe, he may have peaked, but those numbers are gonna jump because he gonna be wide open all the time.
I think he's probably near or at his peak. But this is the best team offensively.
Yeah, so it's gonna look better
to allow him to fully showcase everything he's got. That's what he couldn't do with Chris Paul, and it's not a knock against Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul made them better, but Chris Paul handled all the playmaking. I think now we're going to get to see, Beal will be the primary playmaker, but it's going to be split a lot more than it was when Chris Paul was there. So that's going to be very interesting.
His points and all that stuff, he got more scores on there, so he might like dip right there, but his assists probably going to go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think over like what we watched last
in 2019, he had 7 assists a game, so he can do it.
That's what I'm saying. No, he's gonna do it. He might fucking around average like somewhere 8 to 10 assists because he got sharpshooters around here. All you do is pass the ball. They not gonna miss all them shots. So like
24, 7, and 5 is good enough.
The next like 3 years is gonna be his window of how good he is, but he gonna be on like a dope ass team. You know what I'm saying? Vince Carter ain't had that like this, dog. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't had that like this. He still was headlines. I don't know. I just like his game, and I think his game fits better with most teams at his peak than what D Books would. And that's the only reason I'm, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I'm gonna pick him over there. I think D Book, if you're going scoring wise, I don't think it's really no, you know what I'm saying, a conversation. But overall, of like what would fit for a team at your peak, I think Vince Carter is like slightly better, and it's because of defense. You know what I'm saying? Because of defense and a few other things, and he's exciting to watch.
I don't
Both
really
of them
know that
exciting.
I think Vince Carter was much of a defensive player, but
Better
so
than him. I'm not saying that. That's why
I'm obviously going to start.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start Allen Iverson. I had him as my fourth best shooting guard in the history of the NBA, so I am obviously starting him. I'm gonna sit Booker though, and I'm gonna cut Vince. And what I think the way I'm gonna kind of differentiate it with you guys is, you guys are correct in saying that Vince Carter developed a 3-point shot and all that thing, but
that was when he was
he didn't have that 3-point shot in his peak. Like if we're talking about literally just their peak years, he was not a 3-point shooter. He was a slasher, get to the rim. I mean, he was still amazing. These are all incredible players. I think I've seen a more complete game from Devin Booker than I ever saw at Vince Carter's peak. Now, Vince Carter deserves a lot of love for how he extended his career and was able to find ways to continue to be useful. Because the one shout out I want to give Vince Carter is just how, early on in his career, the whole notion with it was that he didn't like to work. Like he didn't want to develop his game. He didn't want to put that time in, because he was in that same category with Tracy McGrady and Kobe. And what a lot of people kind of used to kind of put Vince to the side with when talking about those three was that those other two worked a little harder. Obviously, Kobe's work ethic was at the top,
uncomparable.
But then even like Tracy was just like, it was like, well, you can tell he kind of works on developing his game a little more than Vince Carter. But Vince. Hey, shout out to him for how he extended his career, but a lot of that well-roundedness came once he was past his peak. So I'm going to use that as kind of a negative in a sense that his peak didn't quite reach the heights that I think Booker's has because Devin Booker's game is more complete.
So 3 points weren't real big back there neither, and their numbers damn near the same. Like
they really are.
Like real shit.
No, I'm not hating. I'm not mad if you say you want to sit Vince
ball.
Carter. I have no issue with it.
26
me personally, I'm going with Booker.
Yeah, I feel you can't get mad at either one.
It's mostly because of the playmaking, not necessarily because I'm very similar. I don't really give a shit how you get your points, right? Like I think that is the most overblown thing in NBA today. They would talk the most skilled player. Kyrie Irving's the most skilled player. He can do it, and this. He can cross you over. Do all this. No, it's all true. It's all.
I know what you're saying.
If somebody gets,
is it winning me games,
like Giannis, like people always use it against Giannis, right? Oh, you can't shoot, but that's fine. Those 30 points still count. Like no matter which way you get them, they count the same. So if this guy gets it and it looks real pretty, he can do it from every part of the floor. Fantastic. If I do the same three things and get you 30, I don't care. It was
offensively. That's what Vince Carter looked like on offense. He just
you couldn't stop him. The first step was exposed.
That's what I'm saying. You can't stop him. And people forget that he was the guy before Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was on his team, and he was being overshadowed by Vince. Like they weren't even looking at him until he went to Houston, and then he became that guy. You know what I'm saying? Orlando. Sorry, it's Orlando. And then he became that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how good bro.
Vince was cold.
Let me ask you a question.
The difference to me is D-Book can play make. Because to me, they both get their points. I don't really care which way they get them. They both get their points. If they're the focal point of your team, which each one of these guys was your number one or can be your number one, I don't care. You build a team to fit them. Like I'm not going to hold it against AI that they had to put a bunch of defensive stoppers on his team because, he carried such a load offensively. He afforded you the ability to do that. Right. So same thing for all these guys. Build a team around him. Get shooting around Vince Carter in his prime. I don't care. I just think the playmaking that D-Book brings is what is different that I don't think Vince ever really had.
Who you think out those three players on the Phoenix Suns right now, who you think is 1, 2, and 3 right now?
In terms of scoring?
No. Just not even roles like
best?
Who the best player is, who will end up being the best and fitting into the role. Do you think D-Book is gonna be solid at 2 or he gonna be fighting for that second? You know what I'm saying?
D-Book gonna be 1.
Out of who?
1 at what, Joe? Jesus
D-Book's
Christ.
the number 1 option.
KD, Bill.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be Devin Book, Kevin Durant, and then Bill.
We were doing
because
so good, Joe. We were doing so good.
Devin Booker's gonna be the main ball handler.
You found a way to,
bro. Devin Booker's gonna be the main ball handler.
No, first of all, no, he's not. They already said Beal's gonna be the primary ball handler. They
can say that if they want to. They can say that if they want to. I don't care what they say. Devin Booker's gonna be the main ball handler. I don't care what they say.
KD's gonna be.
Give me a quick definition, Joe. No. Hold on. I need a quick definition for this. How are you defining the number one option? Most shot attempts, most
shot attempts. Most shot attempts.
So you say Devin Booker will get the most shot attempts, then KD 2, and then Brad 3?
Yes, absolutely.
He ain't gonna be the most efficient.
I didn't say that. He gonna take more shots than KD.
Okay, let me ask you just a different way, Joe.
He'll take 25, and KD will take 18.
First of all,
like that.
None of them are taking 25.
I was just throwing that number out there. Maybe last year that's what it is.
Joe, let me ask you a different way.
2015.
There's 5 seconds left on the clock. Tie game. Who's got the ball?
Devin Booker.
Yeah. No, it is not.
To pass it to Kevin Durant. It does. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends, bro. It depends, bro.
All right, Devion, to answer
there's gonna be so much spacing. That's not fair. It's so much spacing. It don't matter. It don't matter who get the ball. Somebody gonna be open. They gonna pass it to the open person.
Bro, he took 20.
Unless
Kevin Durant will be 1, Devion.
No.
Booker will be 2.
No.
And I hate to say it, but Beal will be 3.
No. Well, that's not. Why you gotta hate to say it? It's obvious 3.
I know it's obvious, motherfucker. I don't like to say it. I would like Brad to be the number 1 option.
Just like you don't like to say Booker's going to be number 1, even though it's obvious. But that's okay.
No, it's not. He wasn't the number 1
option. Remember
year.
earlier on in this. Remember earlier in the episode, Joe, when I said you'd love to use your imagination instead of what you actually can fucking see on a basketball court. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
We'll see.
Saying someone on a basketball team with Kevin Durant is going to be the number 1 option besides Kevin Durant.
Okay. We'll
imagination.
See. Okay.
He's like the top 5 best scorer you've seen in your lifetime. So he's not.
First of all, in his lifetime,
I'm just gonna go off. I'm just gonna go off our lifetime. I ain't gonna go off like before. I'm just saying like he can't name 4. You probably struggle.
I didn't say that. That don't mean he. Does that mean? That don't mean he's gonna be the. That don't mean nothing.
Go look at
LeBron James. LeBron James, the best player on the Lakers, don't make him the number 1 option.
He is.
He shouldn't be though.
It don't matter
if they want to win a championship.
Reality.
No. You need to use your imagination more, bro.
I know. When we won our championship, he was the number 1 option, and he wasn't supposed to be, and he was.
No, he was. AD was balling.
If they struggle, it's because of KD, not because of Book. Book starts struggling, he gonna start passing that rock, and Bill and them gonna start lighting that bitch up, and they ain't gonna have no problems. I'm just saying, he got a lot of issues. I'm just saying, like that's why I'm saying, like. The 2 and 3 spot.
Well, I can't wait.
Book to be the 2.
Devion,
I can't wait. I hope game 1. I hope game 1. Devin Booker just take all the shots.
Let me frame this up, Devion. Because he just cut Devin Booker. He just cut Devin Booker and sat Vince Carter, right?
I did.
That's why I asked that.
In the same breath, he's going to say that Devin Booker can be the number 1 option over Kevin Durant.
That's why I asked that.
Kevin Durant is 35, 36 years old.
What's different about his offensive game?
Bro, whatever, bro. We'll see. We're going to see.
Last year when KD struggled in the playoffs, it was
all I hear is ifs. All I hear is ifs, but I saw Devin Booker ball out in the playoffs compared to Kevin Durant.
He did. Of course he did.
Who was the number 1 option in the playoffs? Point made. Devin Booker, because KD didn't show up again.
Devin Booker played the best in the playoffs.
Yeah. Nope.
Kevin Durant was still the number 1 option.
Nope.
He was.
Nope.
KD struggled and his numbers were still.
Nope. We'll see, dog. We'll see, dog.
All right. We got to wrap it up. You know how we end the show. We choose love. We choose violence.
I don't need
I know. I know Joe's got something.
I got one. Man, I know y'all heard the news. I don't know if y'all going. Actually, it starts tomorrow. You get, if you sign up, you got about a $3,000 extra. You can go to Stephen A. Smith's basketball camp at IMG Academy down there in Florida, August 6th through the 12th. So I'm bringing all hate to Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
How in the hell do you have the audacity to think you have a basketball camp worth $3,000? And I ain't seen nobody. I ain't seen who gonna be there. What type of basketball player is going to be there? What can Stephen A. teach you for $3,000? I know it's a week long. You at IMG Academy. It's a nice place. But $3,000? That's just some foolishness, bro.
It ain't
That's
gonna be
just.
him. You know
Is he going to be there every day? Is he even going to be there every day? You think he's going to show up for a week straight? He gonna do one speech. Man, get out of here for $3,000. Come on, bro.
You
Come on,
paying
bro.
$3,000.
If any parent spent $3,000 for their kid to learn basketball
Joe,
from Stephen A. Smith, they wild as hell for that.
If Stephen A. Smith is not actually there, I'm actually more okay with it.
Me too. If it's just his name.
But yeah, if he's just like basically sponsoring it, cool. Because IMG, that's a great academy. They have great coaches that can actually develop players. If Stephen A. Smith is the one coming up with how he's gonna fucking better these players, that's the biggest fucking ripoff in the world, and he deserves to be crucified for that shit.
You know he ain't. You know he's sponsoring this. He gonna bring Steph and all these other players.
He better.
Like
he better.
Be him.
Even that though, like
even that though, not gonna. That's not good. I want you to.
They're not gonna actually teach them, right? Like that's just an appearance. If I'm gonna spend
you know what you're doing? You're spending $3,000 for an autograph. That's what you're doing. A chance to get Stephen A. Smith's autograph. That's all you're doing.
Like I absolutely hate that shit with a passion when these people sell all this hope to these little kids and their families that are actually trying to get better at basketball, better at whatever sport they're trying to play. Yeah,
they're gonna be playing horse. They're gonna be playing horse in 21. That's all they're gonna be doing the whole time.
Wow, it's gonna be dope ass. It's gonna probably end up being a dope ass camp.
It better be. It better be.
I feel though, it's Stephen A. Smith. It's just like 3,000. Like, but he gonna have some dogs probably behind him, backing him. He's just the sponsor. I don't see him leading.
Jason Tatum, you can go to Chaminade. You can fly your child to St. Louis. Go to Chaminade. Go on Jason Tatum basketball camp and spend less money than that.
Yeah, it's gotta be some. It's gonna have to be.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It gotta be.
I really hope IMG's coaches are the ones running because they do a good job. They do a pretty good job.
Well, you know that. You know that's going to be the case. It ain't going to be him.
When I was in my coaching days, and they got the players right. Now they get some highly recruited players. They don't do as much work, but they.
Well, that's like me running a baseball camp, and I've never played baseball ever in my life. Like real.
Devion's baseball camp. You just coming up to say hi to people. Just
you feel me? The only camp I think I would even be qualified to do would be track and field, but I was actually good at that and was.
Devion, what you got, bro? What you got? You choosing love? You choosing violence today?
I'm going off Joe, boy. I'm going off my boy Joe. I'm going to pick Stephen A. Smith, even though I fucked with him during the time when he told Earl Spence he should retire. He should go jump.
Yeah, that was some bogus off of one loss. That was bogus.
Man. Like, come on, bro. I didn't even think Earl Spence was gonna win. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't because he's one of them. Everybody he won't go win because everybody want to see another Floyd, and people need to realize that was a fucking anomaly. And just because he in his corner don't mean shit. But when you actually look at how he fights, he moves his head, he plays defense, and he walks you down, and he can take hits. Spence couldn't after his accident. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little bit off. And he don't move his head. He don't adjust. And Bud was just fucking him up.
That jab was tearing him up.
Yeah, he's the best. Nobody's fucking with him. But to go and say like the dude who's clearly the number one, the number two should be retired. Why? Like, are you saying because of the accident he don't look the same no more, and now he against the top fighter, but nobody else been able to fucking beat him. And we've seen Spence get hit like this before and not adjust and start fucking people up and knocking them down and knock them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go and tell him to retire because Crawford is just
what is with this thing now in the media where they all of a sudden feel the need to feel like they have the right to tell people when they should retire?
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
I feel like they've been doing that a lot in the last year or two for various bunch of reasons.
And then damn that look. That's like telling Serena to retire because she's not number one no more. I'm not number one no more, but I'm still top 50. I'm still making millions of dollars. I'm not winning tournaments, but I'm still making millions. But you want me to retire? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like Stephen A. You on ESPN2 now after 30 years. You should retire. You're not on ESPN1 no more.
Your hot takes are being wild.
But you making millions, but you should retire because you're on ESPN2 now, not ESPN1.
How many people said Tiger need to hang it up between like 2007
exactly.
That was one of my examples.
And 2020 or 2019 when he came back and finally won the Masters again. Exactly. So many people ended his career, right? Like
you want me?
Like, at least
I got
with
one
Tiger's
better
like,
for
okay,
you.
a lot of injuries, all that.
Yeah. I gotta go in the sport. Could have used the same shit with Muhammad Ali, and when he was going against George Foreman, he's gonna lose, and he fucked dude up. You know what I'm saying? That's why these are fighters. You can't go in here and just that shit right there makes them who they are. He might come back and be a vicious boxer. He might come back with some, you know what I'm saying, good defense. But you can't go in here and tell a fighter. You can't tell them like these losses.
Bro, until he wants.
At the
end of the day, it's like it's their life, right? Like we can all, you know, have our opinions.
25 million.
Telling somebody that they just need to retire, I just feel like that's like real. I feel like that's disrespectful.
I wouldn't even be mad if I was Smith.
Over the last 3-year contract.
I wouldn't even be mad if I lost. I'm like, yeah, I lost, but shit, I got a payday. 25 million in my pocket. Shit.
You lost,
I got a black eye and 25 million.
But nobody else can beat you except the dude who's better than you. The only one dude beats you. You just got the biggest payday of your life. I'm about to dog walk the rest of these people in my weight class. Fuck is you talking about? I'm not retired. I'm about to go and cook these young boys. Fuck is he?
I'm gonna get the rematch and get me another 25 million.
Like, what about like you said,
bro.
Devion? No one is really probably gonna be Floyd again, right? Like Floyd is one of one.
Not
not saying that someone else can't go undefeated or whatever. Like I'm not saying anyone can't have their own way of being great, but like you're never gonna be Floyd. But one loss,
you said the best. The greats are always the greats. The only person that in my opinion,
I'm gonna say like we should like sports is all about redemption, right? Like you lose, you're down, and you come back, and you come up. That's what makes that's what makes great fucking storylines.
Yeah, pave your own way.
Y'all are on point today. Y'all are on point today.
I'm just saying, like he been on some. Hey, bro. He did right.
Bro, he got his little podcast, and he thinks he can say whatever the fuck he wants now. He's like trying to
like calling Kim Kardashian a prostitute. Matter of fact, I want to fuck Stephen A. Smith. How you gonna call that mama a prostitute? Bro? Come on, bro. That's somebody mama, bro. Come on, bro. You got too big of a platform to be calling somebody mama a prostitute, dog.
Then he did the whole shit. We talked about in our group chat the shit with Paul George and Kawhi, where he's
he talked, but yeah, dog. You can't use that word. He used that prostitute word on purpose, bro.
Come on, bro.
She should have said had sex on camera and sold.
That's not prostitution. That's porn star.
What is that?
Not prostitution.
Right. Same thing. It's legal prostitution. Same shit.
And then he said is the mama the pimp. Come on, bro. He know what he was doing.
He ain't the first person I ever heard say that.
I get that. But he's the first person with that big of a You don't.
I believe,
come on, bro.
Look, I'm not gonna
come on, bro. Northwest was on Twitter and saw that shit. Northwest was on Twitter like, damn, people think my mama a prostitute.
Well, you can go type in her and Ray J's tape and still see her. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's fine.
That's her fault. That
was all consensual shit. Who gives a shit?
It was consent. That's not prostitution, bro.
Right there. Porn stars are consensual too. They sell they pussy.
That's not prostitution, bro.
All I'm saying is you can't get mad
at the end of the day. I don't even like
her selling your pussy alive. Hey, it's cool, bro. She did that. She did that.
He's using it as like some big slight.
Ain't that wrong?
Who cares?
No, but he's a trigger word.
Pure hate.
Yeah, it's a trigger word. Yeah.
He doing it for pure hate, bro.
Yeah, she got expensive pussy at this point. It's cool.
And she worth fucking $1.3 billion. That pussy worth $1.3 billion.
She's a little more than a prostitute. Is all I'm trying to say. He's trying to reduce her.
Yeah,
she got multiple businesses.
That's weird.
You're right.
That's just weird.
He should have said escort. He might have got less flack.
He should have said no.
He should have said.
I would accept their hoe. I would accept their hoe, but not prostitute.
She is.
She a hoe. She a hoe, but a prostitute.
Whore.
That's better than prostitute. Goddamn.
Whore.
All right. I'm pulling this back. I'm gonna end the show with love. All right, y'all are too big. I'm choosing love today.
Medusa.
One of my childhood.
Throw that out there. My bad. I'm gonna throw that out there, Cam. Don't ever use this against me because it's opportunity. I'm on it. I'm sorry. You got
can I end the show on some good shit? I'm choosing love. We're cutting this hate off.
Here we go.
Get out of here. One of my favorite athletes from my childhood got to go into the Hall of Fame today, so I'm showing love to Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas finally getting into the Hall of Fame like he should have been 5-10 years ago whenever he was first eligible. All that has to be said is when Bill Belichick Tom Brady and Peyton Manning say that was the toughest middle linebacker to play against in my career, a career that overlapped Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher. That's all you need
They're
to know.
lying.
Was that? No. Why? Peyton Manning said he would call out his plays before every.
Because they played him twice a year. What are you supposed to say?
Peyton Manning didn't play him. Peyton would have played him twice a year for like.
I thought you said Tom Brady. I'm sorry, you're right.
Tom Brady is also in that group. Tom Brady did as well.
Shit.
I'm just saying those two legends. Even if it is slight hyperbole, like obviously Ray Lewis, best middle linebacker of that generation, but I'm just saying he should have gone in right when he was eligible.
He should have. I agree with you.
And so shout out to him. Glad he got in. Finally got his call. You know, my Dolphin fans, we didn't have much from that era. All right, Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor was basically it.
Hey,
with Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain. All right,
I have Tua being the best quarterback this year, and I have Tyreek being the best receiver. So